I'm bad at Smash Bros. Ironically, I found your channel via Wiz Drama. Uh-oh. I forgot to look and see what nonsense happened yesterday. Those are fun to take a peek at. Not that I want to give them traffic, but sometimes you want to stay on top of the nonsense. Any chance that there might be another Blade your trap audit? Yes. Maybe reverting Death, Ice, and likelihood of 40? No. Ratbeard, everybody in queue is PvE or jading. I don't believe that's true at all. That is not true. Absolutes are not a good way to win your argument with me. It's almost impossible for anyone to beat a good myth trap stacker with Ice Mastery. The only thing that can is Jades. I don't believe that's true at all. Do I know when these new applicants would get put to work? Day one. Day one. Who saw us in chat was having a debate on how Gambits worked, specifically the damage on blades. Was this intentional or a bug? It's a little bit of both. I've explained it on stream a few times. It has to do with the order of operations of the core combat mechanic, which is that most charms get processed before the logic of the conditionals. You make Spirit Spear and Elemental Spear TC allowed in PvP. No one even uses the regular versions. I don't see why they shouldn't be allowed. I'd have to look at them, see if they need to be rebalanced. I got PvP data for the last... I said 30 days, but I actually got since the last patch. The patch was 12.15, I think, something like that. So I have all the PvP data, every PvP match since 12.15. Diva God is asking what's on the agenda for today. I went over that data last night, actually. I sat down and I said to myself, how would I like to spend my time this evening? Would I like to play Battletech, or would I like to look at an Excel spreadsheet full of match data? And the match data won. It won handily. It won easily. I was very excited. Lots of things. Lots of interesting things to learn from that. Did I get to meet Selena Gomez when she guest starred on Wiz? No, I didn't. I don't think anybody did. If anybody did, it would have been the sound crew, right? They would have had to have had access to her. That seems to be crossing the line into the personal there, error. That's not okay. Hot sauce. I come to the stream and all everyone can do is argue. The best solution to that is to not pay too much attention to it. So I've already tuned it out at this point. Although, other than just to tell people, be nice, don't be a jerk. Do you think you can do anything with bizarre sniping? It's getting ridiculous. Yeah, we're looking into that. So that's probably ultimately more of a tech issue than it is a design issue, but design is looking at it. I think Soul Surge shouldn't be limited to veteran. It makes any PvP harder for newcomers. It does not. Although one complaint I've seen is that it's problematic in tourneys. Generally speaking, when I talk about Solar Surge, I will say, well, people with Solar Surge should rank up and then not get matched with people who do not have Solar Surge, which is true, for sure. It is not, however, true in tourneys, which might be where most of the complaining is coming from. Players who are playing in tournaments don't use matchmaking, right? One of two things will happen. Either people with Solar Surge will win more matches and get out of the way. They will rank up and get out of the way of people who don't have Solar Surge. Or Solar Surge isn't that much of an advantage. And, it's always important for people to remember that we are working towards 5th age. Certain things that may seem unbalanced or unfair now, we expect to be balanced and fair when we launch 5th age. So Rogue says the healing debuff Rochambeaus for death are underutilized. Maybe change them to something like change weaknesses on yourself to enemies. How about no? That changes the entire Rochambeau, right? I get why damage and chance shouldn't be allowed for shads, but how about pierce and chance? Tell me why damage and chance aren't allowed for shads. When you answer that question, you will answer why pierce and chance aren't allowed for shads. Speaking of pierce and chance, why isn't there a pierce and chant to go with epic? Every other damage and chant except Surge has one to complement it. I don't know. Probably doesn't need to be that high, but we can take a look at it. But I will also say that certainly balance identity that school identity has drifted over the years. As players ask for more things for their school that other schools have, and as designers sort of give in to that request, that has diluted identity somewhat. Or you could say even it has diluted identity significantly. But that does not mean that we'll continue down that